Is Canon about to announce a fast APS-C lens that starts wide at 25mm f2.8 and reaches 300mm at f4? A lens that is fast, sharp, and compact while also being affordable? Then stay tuned as we found internal Canon documentation on 3 new lens embodiments, all claiming to deliver superior image quality to Canon's affordable APS-C lineup. But before we start casually chatting about complex lens math like it's some small talk at the pub, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. It means an awful lot to us, it's free, and it really does help this channel grow. And it tells the algorithm that you enjoy sarcasm, optics, and watching Canon's engineers attempt fifth-order polynomial corrections without publicly crying. In Canon patent application JP 2025-09-1855, filed on December 8, 2023, and published June 19, 2025, Canon claims to provide a lens which has a wide angle of view, is compact and lightweight, and has high optical performance. And this problem statement is similar to many other patent applications that we've talked about on this channel for the past couple of months, for zooms, for super telephoto lenses. But the difference with this patent is the problem is being applied to not just zooms, but zooms for Canon's APS-C cameras to up the image quality. Canon's challenge is this: how do we make a zoom lens that's compact and lightweight, covers a wide focal range, delivers professional image quality from edge to edge, and to do so affordably? In many existing designs, the lenses either had a weak first lens unit, which leads to a bulky front element, or a strong intermediate group, which introduces coma, field curvature, and chromatic aberration during zooming. Canon says it clearly. The refractive power of the first lens unit is weak, and it's difficult to reduce the size of the first lens unit due to the wide angle of view. So you might be wondering then, well, how did Canon go about fixing this problem and enable an update to, or a refresh of the Canon RF 24-240? So you might be wondering then, how has Canon gone about solving this problem and enabling a refresh of the 24-240, but giving us better image quality, faster apertures, while also keeping it affordable? And Canon's solution? Well, it's a clever rearrangement of the lens groups, with precise control over how each unit contributes to image quality, the size of the lens, and of course, well, zoom flexibility. So what are the technical details of this patent application? How does it all work? Well, Canon fixes 2 lens units. L1, the first lens unit, with a positive refractive power that includes surfaces 1 through 14. And the final lens group, L6, also with a positive refractive power, and that involves surfaces 30 through 45. And what's significant about both of these lens groups, L1 and L6, is that neither of them move during zooming. This keeps the lens balanced, which is really important if you're going to throw it on a gimbal, and it minimizes the changes in size and weight distribution. And again, not only does this help stabilization, but it helps with the optical path. And this is shown in Figure 1, a cross-sectional diagram of the wide-angled end. The stationary design reduces complexity at both ends, particularly helpful for the gimbal work or lightweight setups. Between L1 and L6, Canon introduces a variable magnification system composed of L2, which has a negative refractive power and moves during zoom. It includes surfaces 15 through 21. L3 has a negative refractive power and includes surfaces 22 to 24. L4, which has a positive refractive power, includes surfaces 25 and 26. And it's positive. And finally, L5, which can be either positive or negative, includes surfaces 27 to 29. And these are referred to as the intermediate units, and the magic lies in how they move independently and draw different motion paths during zooming. We can see these movement paths illustrated in Figure 13, A, B, and C. Figure A shows how the light path shifts at a wide angle, at the mid-zoom, 85mm, and at the telephoto. The final lens unit, L6, surfaces 30 through 45, includes 9 lenses, carefully arranged to correct for longitudinal chromatic aberration, lateral chromatic aberration, and spherical aberration, especially at wide settings. By configuring the final lens unit with 4 or more lenses, longitudinal chromatic aberration and lateral chromatic aberration at the wide angles are corrected. Before we get to the lens embodiments and the value proposition, it's time to cover off a couple of key formulas. Canon imposes specific mathematical conditions on the focal length ratios. 1.0 less than equal to f1 over fw is less than equal to 8.5, and negative 0.5 is less than equal to fa over fb, which is less than equal to 0.9, where f1 is the first lens group, fw is the zoom wide end, and fa and fb are the A- and the B-th intermediate units. These constraints are designed to reduce the lens front element size, improve field correction in mid-zoom, and shrink the final group, all without sacrificing, and this is key here, the image quality. It's precise and effective, but you've got to get the ratios just right. Canon isn't just designing another zoom lens, they're working on a platform. This patent gives Canon the flexibility to scale up or down. And the 3 main lens embodiments that you've been waiting to hear about are the RFS 25 to 300 mm f2.8 to 4, the RFS 15 to 125 mm, also an f2.8 to 4, and finally a 33 mm prime. Now, based on the date of these patent applications, we might have to wait a while, but there is a chance with the refresh of the R7 II that we could potentially see something announced on the heels of that camera, which is an APS-C camera. But what I love about covering these patent applications is all the details about upcoming lenses are all hidden in plain sight. If, of course, you can read patent applications written in Japanese, proofed by lawyers and engineers, and machine translated to English. But now it's time for the value proposition. So what's the value here? Canon isn't just designing a better zoom lens. They're creating a lens that behaves like a set of primes without the bulk of swapping lenses. And I know, nothing beats primes, right? But keep in mind here that we're dealing with APS-C cameras where lens quality hasn't always been the best. So having new APS-C lenses that are fast, sharp at f2.8, and also compact, that's gold dust. With a fixed front and rear group independently moving intermediate elements. And again, that final lens group packed with 9 elements for precision control. Well, these lenses have the potential for delivering edge-to-edge sharpness across a massive zoom range. Whether you're shooting at 25 mm or 300 mm, this patent says that it's built to maintain high optical performance while minimizing distortion and beautifully controlled chromatic aberration, even if that's a thing. For hybrid shooters working with APS-C cameras and lenses, this isn't just another lens. It's a professional tool. It's compact, gimbal-friendly, and potentially fast at f2.8 on the wide end, and designed to deliver cinema-quality results without cinema-sized gear. If Canon turns this into a real product, it won't just fill the gap in the RFS lineup. It could define what high-end APS-C glass should have been all along. And if you've enjoyed this glimpse behind Canon's research and development, please help keep this channel sponsor-free by using my affiliate links whenever you want to purchase gear from Adorama, B&H, or Amazon.com. But I do have some bad news to close off this video. We've been hearing all along that the price of camera gear is going to be going up. It was supposed to happen in late May, then June the 1st, sometime in June. Well, the hammer's finally been dropped. The Canon EOS R5 Mark II, it's back up to its announcement price of $42.99. And the Canon EOS R5, the Mark I, it's up as well. The Nikon Z8, it's still on sale, but it's not $500 off anymore, it's $400 off. And worst of all, I need to open my laptop here, and the R3, it's over $5,000. How much over? I'm just going to close that. $53.99. I'm hoping it's a typo. I don't know what's going on over there at Canon. The R3 for a year or more has been priced between $44.99 and $39.99. To go up to $53.99 doesn't make any sense. $600 less than its announcement price. At that price, I can't even recommend the camera. I mean, the R1, you might as well just go to the R1 at $62.99. I don't know what Canon's doing here. Are they getting ready to announce a follow-up to the R3 and figure they have to jack up the price because the R3 Mark II is going to have a higher price? Your guess is as good as mine. Tell me what you think's going on here. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just completely baffled. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. And if you're one of those 1% of the 1% that wants to know a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes, I've got a couple of membership levels that might be right for you. The Shutterbug at $1.99 a month, well, that gives you prioritized comment reviews. So whenever I see the comments, and sometimes there's hundreds, all those of you that are these members, I'll get to see your comments first and reply to them first. And you also get, what do you call those things? You get to use camera emojis for the 5 major brands. And at $9.99 a month, that's where the insider level happens, where you get to be invited into seeing videos that I put out at least once a week of what goes on behind the scenes. You also get to participate in private live streams where you actually do get to participate like it's a live stream. And I don't mean just listening to me and sending in comments. I'll invite you into the stream and you can see what it's like yourself. And if you like it enough, then maybe, just maybe, when we do one of those live announcements like the R6 Mark III or the R7 Mark II, you could be part of the expert live guest panel. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. Have yourself a great day and a great week, and we'll see you again soon.